Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 10, titled Omega. We're going to be going through the trailer and breaking it down for you guys. But before we do begin, if you aren't caught up with The Walking Dead, spoiler warning, but other than that, let's get started. So before we go through the trailer, let's read the synopsis for the episode. So like I said, it's titled Omega, which is a very interesting name. Obviously, this relates to Alpha, as in the end of last episode, we saw Alpha made her appearance by, capturing Luke and Alden. So this episode is going to explore Alpha further, it looks like. The synopsis reads, a new arrival at the Hilltop opens up about the leader of a group of mask-wearing savages. A search party sets out on a daring mission to find two missing friends. Alright, so this is the episode. We're going to get Alpha coming to the Hilltop. I can't wait for it, but let's go through this trailer and break it down for you guys. Also, AMC did not post an HD version of their promo trailer on their YouTube channel. They do every single week. I don't know why they didn't, but I'm looking at one that's very low quality. I'm gonna try to find matching scenes from previous trailers that we got in better quality, but there might be a couple of shots in this video of some bad quality images. I apologize for that. I just couldn't find an HD version, but hopefully you guys still enjoy this. So the trailer opens up with Tara and Magnus group out in the woods, and this is the daring rescue mission group because obviously Luke is missing, and they would want to, all of Magnus group would want to go look for Luke because he's their friend. So Tara is, I like Tara's role now. She's taking that leadership role and obviously helping them out in the woods looking for their friends. And then also Alden is there too, who's pretty close with some of the Hilltoppers. I mean, I like Tara. She's not a bad character or anything. She has potential. But the thing is, though, is that with so many characters there, she kind of gets sidelined. So now that, Maggie and Jesus are gone, the main Hilltop people, I don't know what's up with Oceanside. We haven't seen them at all. But now it looks like Tara is going to be leading, or Daryl and Tara, but Tara is going to be taking a much bigger role, which I'm excited to see, how she handles that. And then we have somebody spying on Tara in the group from behind, like behind the bushes, like we saw like back in episode 7. I love this because they're doing a good job so far with the creepy and scary factor of the whispers. Like the end of episode 9 could not have gone better. Like that was perfect, and it gets me so happy because I just love that ending to episode 9. The camera work in the direction of the end of episode 9 was great. I just really like that because it looks like they know how to deal with the whispers and how to handle the scary factor of the whispers, which only gets me excited for more. So they're doing a pretty good job so far. Next we have Lydia talking to Daryl, and she says something very interesting. She says, it'll never be okay again. This place is gonna fall like every other place, which is interesting because it kind of tells us like what other place has fallen. It kind of tells us the backstory a little bit about the whispers, and they probably caused damage to other communities that they've run into. Or another thought could be that maybe, when she says it's gonna fall like every other place, maybe she means it's gonna fall like every other place that the Whisper's been to, like, where they live. Because in episode 9, she was talking also a little bit about their backstory, and she was saying that, we found a way to survive. This is how we do it because, it's really the only way to survive. And we're kind of learning a little bit about the backstory of the Whisper. So maybe, them going through a lot of shit, that's why they became who they are. And we're going to slowly learn that. And I'm all for that. I think the Whispers are one of the most fascinating groups we have. So I want to learn about them as much as possible. I mean, I wouldn't even mind a spin-off or something like an origin, especially with Lydia and Alpha, because the symbolism there or the parallel with, Rick and Carl, I would love to see, like, how they started out in the apocalypse. And then we get the bit in the trailer where she's like, my mom, you don't want to mess with her, and that gets me excited. And Cassidy McClinsky, man, she's doing a great job so far. And when she's saying that in the trailer, you can kind of hear the fear in her voice and see it in her face. And it gets me excited for Alpha because out of all the promo trailers and, images we've gotten over the past 2 months of the Whispers, we still haven't seen Alpha's front face, and I cannot wait to see that. Hopefully it's going to be episode 10. I think it might be. And then the next part of the trailer is edited so awesome. We have Lydia saying, be glad you don't know. And then we start hearing this screeching, ominous noise. It's very weird, but it just makes you more excited. And then we have Kelly here getting help back by 2 Hilltoppers, I'm believing, or Kingdomers. I don't really recognize these guys. It's kind of blurry here. But she's kind of like, they're holding her back from going to fight somebody. And what I think this may be is Luke and Alden on the other side of the gate with Alpha showing up, you know, having them captured, and she's trying to charge at them or fighting. Or maybe they're looking for Luke and Alden and she's frustrated and, you know, gets in a fight with somebody. I don't exactly know, but my best guess would be that, you know, she is trying to charge at somebody because they like one of the Whisperers, because they have Luke and Alden captured. Again, I don't really recognize these two guys holding her back, but I'm just going to assume they're extras from like the Hilltop or something. I'm not going to lie though, the white guy from the back, he looks a little bit like Robert Kirkman if you ask me. I don't know, maybe it's a Robert Kirkman cameo. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's move on in the trailer. And then we have Tara with the binoculars, and she just drops them and her face gets really wide because she's seeing something. Again, this is obviously, you know, her looking over the gate. And we have like an image of that when they're all perched up over the Hilltop gates and they're looking at someone at the gates. That's obviously Alpha, and I can't wait for this because everybody's gonna be terrified. We even have that image of everybody kind of huddled up near the Hilltop doors because nobody really wants to go talk to Alpha, and then Daryl's gonna be the one who steps up and does it. And then next we have Daryl here running to the gates, or like near the walls of the Hilltop, and yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure this is him getting alerted that Alpha's here with Luke and Alden. And you know, Daryl in the previous episode, we saw when he was talking to Michonne, he doesn't really want to be a leader. He even said, why can't Tara do it? And Michonne said, you know, Tara can't do it alone. You guys should both do it. So Daryl, again, he doesn't really want to be a leader, but since nobody else wants to step up, I think, and everybody's kind of terrified of Alpha, he's going to be the man. He's going to do it. All I got to say, though, is that they completely turned around Daryl's character. That interrogation sequence in episode 9 was amazing. It reminded me of Batman interrogating Joker in The Dark Knight. Like, that's how good it really was. And Norman Reedus' acting in that scene only helped it a bunch. So it's really, I mean, it's actually a really, really good scene. It might even be one of my favorites of the season. I really like that. And then the trailer skims by and goes through a lot of stuff. And then we have Yumiko killing a walker. And then we have Daryl opening up those doors that go down to the basement. Obviously, he's going to go down and, you know, I think he's going to pull out Henry, because the next scene we have Henry outside of the prison or the jail. I don't really want to call it a prison, it's a jail. But I think you can hear them through the walls, and Daryl is probably getting frustrated that those two are bonding and getting together, because in last night's episode, when they were talking, we had that scene of Daryl sitting outside the walls, and he could hear them. So maybe he's going to be upset that they're talking too much, and he's going to pull, you know, Henry out of there. And also, something else I was thinking about is I think they're going a little too rough on Henry, because, yeah, I get it, he was drunk and this and that, but the other kids did not even get in trouble at all, and he's been thrown in jail for, like, I don't know how many days now, but I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit too extreme for, you know, just getting drunk. I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse, there are bigger things to worry about, but I get it, they want to build civilization and rules and laws. But I feel like they're being a little too hard on Henry. Like, we have this shot right here of Daryl in Henry's face, and then also I think there was like a sneak peek that I'll talk about in a different video, but or a trailer. But I remember seeing a scene where, you know, Daryl kind of like throws Henry, like kind of pushes him real quick, and you know, I mean, they're going a little too hard on the dude. Like, he didn't kill somebody. Like, calm down. But anyways, yeah, you know, Daryl is obviously pissed off at Henry because he's starting to like Lydia, I think. Next, we see Lydia. It's hard to tell because AMC, like I said, they didn't release like an HD version of the promo. I don't know why though. They do it every single week. It was so weird how maybe they forgot or something. But I'm looking at one of somebody recording it or something, but it's very bad quality, but it's hard to tell exactly what's going on. But somebody, I'm assuming is Daryl, is like reaching into the cell where Lydia is, and she's like kind of grabbing something or pushing him back. It's hard to tell, but there's some tension here going on between Lydia and whoever this is. I'm assuming it's Daryl. And then we have a pretty good shot right here of Lydia. Her hand goes through the cell, and then we have Henry kind of holding onto her hand. So yeah, they're obviously going to be, you know, exploring this relationship, and, you know, they're going to start to like each other. We saw that in episode 9. And episode 10, Henry's going to be getting out of the cell because I'm sure Daryl is annoyed those two are starting to like each other. and then Henry is obviously gonna probably help Lydia escape, and you can see they're obviously liking each other here. And in the last shot, we have all those whispers walking in a straight line. This is just a creepy ass shot, I have to admit, but it's really cool to see all the whispers walking, and it's like they're walking in some sort of formation. It's so weird, but I'm sure this is them going to the hilltop, on their way to the hilltop. You know what would be really creepy if the whispers walk in like a straight line, like they stop and they turn and walk in another straight line. I don't know. I just thought of that, how creepy that would be. It would definitely add, some, weirdness to how already weird they are. But I don't see Alpha here. Alpha's probably in the back or something, or Alpha's already at the gate to the hilltop, and maybe there's some extra whispers coming. But this promo was basically, everybody getting ready for Alpha's, entrance into the hilltop, because at the end of last episode, she captured Luke and Alden, and now she's going to come to the hilltop in this episode. But there you have it, guys. That is the trailer we got for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 10, titled Omega. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that breakdown. If I missed anything, be sure to leave that in the comments down below. And also, we got a couple sneak peeks for Episode 10. I'm going to be doing a breakdown of that in a different video, so stay tuned for that. Again, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you are a fan of The Walking Dead, consider hitting that subscribe button for daily Walking Dead content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.